Hi. So, yeah, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in my world. There's a lot going on in your world. Whether it's the disasters, the fires, the floods, whether it's the politics and the craziness of all of that, it doesn't matter. What matters is you taking action. What matters is you staying alive and active in the world that's important to you, to us. And to do that, you have to just step beyond all of those feelings that get in your way and stop you from doing. For me, when I think about doing something, there's always something that pops up. Either I feel like, oh, I feel ashamed that I haven't done enough up to now. I feel guilty that it's not enough because of who I am. I get angry and think I can't do this because I'm too much rage going on. You know, there's a list of feelings that pop up that stop us, and they don't have to. The thing I want to show you just very quickly right here is the thought field therapies standard algorithm tapping patterns for just a few of the tapping issues that are going to come up. And so I'm going to demonstrate this very quickly as to what it looks like. Now, in the middle of what you're going to see here is we got 14 different points that we could be tapping on. We're only going to tap on about 6 different points, but we're going to tap them in different orders. I'm sorry, maybe 8 points, but we'll tap them in different orders. And that's what makes them effective. So as soon as you think about I want to do something and you feel a feeling, identify the feeling, and then you can tap it away. So let's just talk about the most basic of things is when I find myself ready to do something, I always feel inadequate in a sense that I haven't done enough. So there's some shame with that. So in thought field therapy, the tapping points um, for shame, it's very simple. Tap on the chin, tap under the collarbone. As you're holding that thought and you've rated the feelings, that's the algorithm. Now you do the 9 gamut series. We do the same thing. 9 things. Close your eyes, open your eyes, down left, down right, whirl them around, back the other way, hum, count 1, 2, 3, 4, hum, and then we repeat what we just did. And in this case, um, for shame, it's chin, collarbone, and you'll notice a change. It's that simple. And once you feel that feeling coming down and you can live with yourself, you can live with your shame that you're experiencing because it's not overwhelming you, then you can do something. But then what if something stops you? It's just, well, I'm just too embarrassed to put myself out there because I don't want to be seen. It's not that I've done anything really particularly wrong. It's just I don't want to be seen and I don't want to run the risk of being ridiculed. Not even judged, but just whatever that looks. But being in public, doing the thing that you need to do to be helpful and to useful in this moment in your life. So, embarrassments is simple points under the nose, under the collarbone, just what we did. And then you do the 9 gamut series again. I'll do it once more. Close your eyes, open your eyes, down left, down right, whirl them around, back the other way, hum, count 1, 2, and then hum, and then we repeat. And this time it's under the nose and under the collarbone. Now notice that those patterns change because we're tapping on different meridian treatment points, different meridians. Um, okay, so what else? So shame, embarrassment, guilt. That's another one that gets in my way because when I start to think, well, I'm going to do this, then I feel bad because I haven't done it. And then I feel guilty that I'm not doing enough. But that feeling doesn't help me go out and do it. I need to tap the guilt down. I did it wrong before. I didn't do enough of it. Whatever. Um, and guilt's very simple. Index finger, under collarbone. 9 gamut series, and then index finger, under collarbone. That's the standard pattern we use. Now, always it's the same thing. Be aware of what you're feeling in the moment. Recognize the feeling. Rate the level of upset, 0 to 10 on a SUD scale. Do the tapping. Now, in most cases, it's going to work fine. You might need to do corrections for reversal, side of the nose, under the hand. If it didn't work, you can try that, then just repeat it. But notice how fast, how short it is to do these algorithms. So, I wanted to also um, just tell you about another thing that stops us sometimes is we're just in too much pain. Now, that can be emotional pain, what we call depression, or it could be physical pain, which we call ouch, physical pain. But either of those things, if they're stopping you from being able to do in the moment what's going to help you, help the people you love, then you do the tapping. And again, you may need to correct for reversal, side of hand on their nose, but the algorithm's fairly straightforward. Now, for pain or depression, it's simple. Use the gamut spot, the one on the back of your hand. But rather than just tapping a half a dozen times like we do in the other ones, when you get into these kinds of emotional or physical pain, you're going to stay with it. And I would say tap it at least 50 times. Now, right now, I'm not really counting. I'm just going to give it, another 20 seconds of tapping. And once you finish that, then the algorithm ends by tapping under the collarbone. All our algorithms end by tapping under the collarbone. Then you do the 9 gamut series, then you're going to repeat it. Gamut 50. And after you've gone through that, then you're going to rate it again. Notice the change. If the change is happening but not where you want it to be, you can just repeat it again. If it didn't happen, correct for reversal, or you might need to do collarbone breathing. Again, a simple technique that can be done. So it's as simple as that. What about anger that stops you? I think, oh, okay, I need to do something. And then I feel this anger come up about what it is that I have to do it, towards the people that I'm gonna do it, towards myself. It's just a complicated feeling that it's sometimes easier just to avoid the whole thing. But if you feel that anger, self-directed or directed at others, you know what? We have a standard tapping pattern for that also. Feel it, rate it, know where it is in your body, rate it, and then the standard tapping pattern for anger is tiny finger and then collarbone. 9 gamut series, repeat, then rate it again. So when I say repeat, I mean repeat the tapping you did before. Now all of this is pretty, I'm just throwing it at you in a hurry here, but I want you to know that it exists and it's okay to try it. And even at this level of instruction or doing it you're going to get results. Many people will get results. If you don't get results, don't worry about it. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means that you need a different tapping pattern. You might need another technique thrown in with it. But there's always something that can be done. But this is where you can start in a very fast way. Now, if you, trying to think, I want to share one more. And this one is for phobias, fears, that kind of thing. If you think about, I'm going to take some action, I'm going to call somebody, I'm going to write something, I'm going to reach out, I'm going to help somebody in some way, I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to stop and do some self-care. But these feelings get in your way, you know what? You just tap them down until you get to the point where you can do the thing you need to do. Now, the other feeling, let's see, let's talk about the fear thing for a second. Just when you feel fear in your mind, in your body, rate it. And then the tapping for fear is under the eye, right on the orbital bone, under the arm, under the collarbone. Then you do the 9 gamut series. Close your eyes, open your eyes, down left, down right, whirl around, back the other way, hum, count 1, 2, 3, 4, hum, and then you're going to repeat under eye, under arm, under collarbone. Stop, notice what you're feeling, rate it. If it's improving, do it again, maybe with a correction for reversal. those two things, and do it again. If it's not working, you could try the correction for reversal and try it again. These are very short things that are very effective. And when you find what works for you, you're going to be very happy because, in the end, what you do to help others, to help yourself at this time, is what really matters. And you get to feel good about the fact that you're taking better care of yourself, you're taking better care of the people around you in any number of different ways that you can just think of right now, of ways of helping people. So I want you to know that the feelings never need to get in your way. We can't stop from feeling, but we can keep them from overwhelming us in a way that is going to interfere with us being able to take in information, take it to the top of our brain, do an analysis of what's going on, do some rational planning, figure out what's in the best interest for us or those people we care about, set a plan, and act on it. And that's what we really want to do, is get you moving, get you acting on things. I think that's what makes change in the world. So anyway, I'm trying to bring this to an end by saying, if you like this, if you want more, I'm doing an online live 2-hour workshop teaching people how to do thought field therapy basic training. Now, it's 10 hours total, continuing education if you need it. And it's not going to be as fast as this, but in the end, you will be very effective at helping yourself and helping others. So check it out. I hope to see you at the training. It's in the notes below. Bye-bye.